The authority bias. There is a moment when the mind stops asking why and starts asking who said it. A title, a uniform, a position, a confident voice, and suddenly judgment softens. This is the authority bias, the psychological tendency to attribute greater accuracy, truth, or legitimacy to opinions and actions, simply because they come from an authority figure. 1. When authority replaces evaluation. Authority bias occurs when perceived power overrides critical thinking. An idea sounds more reasonable because it comes from an expert. A decision feels justified because it comes from leadership. A command feels right because it comes from someone above. The content matters less. The source matters more. 2. Why the brain defers to power. From an evolutionary perspective, authority once meant survival. Leaders coordinated groups. Experts held knowledge. Following reduced risk. So the brain learned a confirmatory shortcut. If they are in charge, they must know better. This shortcut saved time, reduced conflict, maintained order, but it also reduced questioning. 3. Obedience without malice. Authority bias is not blind submission. It is quiet trust. Most people do not obey because they want harm. They obey because authority feels stabilizing. Responsibility feels heavier. When carried alone, authority offers relief. I don't have to decide. 4. The illusion of moral transfer. One of the most dangerous aspects of authority bias is moral outsourcing. When authority gives instructions, personal responsibility feels diluted. People tell themselves, I was just following orders. They know more than I do. It's not my call. Ethics becomes hierarchical instead of internal. 5. Confidence as a signal of truth. Authority bias strengthens when authority is paired with confidence. Clear speech, decisive tone, uncertainty-free language. The mind equates certainty with correctness. But confidence is not evidence. It is presentation. 6. Authority bias in everyday life. You see this bias when expert opinions go unquestioned. Leaders are excused for mistakes. Institutions are trusted by default. Criticism feels inappropriate. Authority shields ideas from scrutiny, and scrutiny is where truth lives. 7. When authority fails. History offers countless reminders. Authority can be wrong, misguided, self-interested, but authority bias delays correction. The higher the authority, the harder it becomes to challenge. Doubt feels disloyal. Questioning feels dangerous. 8. Responsibility and resistance. Ethiax does not argue against expertise or leadership. It argues against unexamined obedience. Authority should inform judgment, not replace it. True responsibility means retaining ethical agency, even under direction. 9. Interrupting the bias. Authority bias weakens. When questions return, ask, what evidence supports this? Would this make sense without the title? What responsibility do I still carry? Authority may guide, but does not absolve. 10. Responsibility beyond power. The authority bias reveals a quiet truth. The mind seeks certainty in hierarchy, but responsibility cannot be delegated. This is Ethiax, where psychology meets responsibility, and responsibility begins when authority no longer silences judgment, but invites it.